Johnnie. I wanted to come on today just to talk about something that's going on with me, and just to talk and to kind of talk about what's happening and what the process of what's after losing a child. Rich and I have been not on good terms, and one of my friends was talking to me about it, and she stated that she's noticed that Rich and I don't grieve together. We grieve separately, as if we've lost separately. And that's the reason why we're not getting along, and we're doing dumb things and just not being companions to each other in the process of healing. And I wanted to come on and just talk about it because, excuse me, the both of us did suffer a loss, and the both of us are hurting, and in the process of losing a child, it's hard to communicate, and it's hard to grieve together when you grieve differently. And even though we're hurting, it's something that we need to work on. And it's something that it's easier said than done, because Richard grieves in his way and I'm grieving in mine. And this is a hard journey, guys. We just need to figure out a way to help each other through this loss, and to help each other on this journey, because it's going to be separate journeys. Everyone experiences loss in different ways, but I think that we need to work on this together and not be against one another. And when you've lost a child, you tend to turn, it's a test of your marriage, and you tend to turn things, like you turn against each other. Now you work against each other. And I feel like sometimes in this, after losing Amia, we've been working against each other. Not necessarily against each other as in fighting and bickering and things like that, because we barely do that, but it's like I have to now hide. After about a month, some people like myself feel like I have to hide that I'm still hurting, and I have to hide that I'm still coping with the loss of my daughter. And something that I need to work on is understanding that I didn't just lose a child. Yes, I carried her. Yes, I gave birth to her, and I knew her the best and the most, but I have to understand that I didn't just lose a child. We both lost a child, and we're trying to figure out how to live and how to be without her, and having that part of our future taken from us. And what I want to say is just don't fight against your partner, and don't do things to hurt your partner that will hurt your partner, so that you can, because you're trying to feel better and you're trying to cope. Don't allow your partner or your spouse to, don't put their heart in jeopardy while you're trying to just sift through the sand, and while you're just trying to cope and deal with the new normal that you have to live, being a parent of a child that has passed away. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I just wanted to get that off my chest, and just to come to you guys and talk to you guys about the struggles of being in a relationship after you've lost a child, and not being, no one knows how to act or to be after you've lost an infant or a baby. It's so complicated and so raw and so touchy on that subject. And how do you act to be a parent that's lost a child like that? Like, how do you cope with such a tremendous loss? And how do you learn to live past it? This is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, because when I found out I was pregnant, I never once dreamed that my daughter would be born and die. And it's been a test on my relationship with my husband. It's good and it's bad. You know, we go through ups and downs, and this journey that we're on, a lot of marriages and relationships can't survive what we've been through, and they end in divorce and separations and things, you know. And I'm just trying, you know. I'm just trying. I don't want my videos to solely be about, look at how happy we are, look at how we're doing so great after the baby died. I want this channel to be raw and honest and open, and you see my tears, you see my hurt, you see his hurt, you see the honesty in what's going on with us and how it's affecting us and our ups and downs. And this is a roller coaster, and I have no real choice but to be there for my husband and pray that he does the same, you know. We're newlyweds, and we lost a child within the first 2 years of being married. I find myself, it's so hard to say it. Like, I don't cry anymore about, well, I cry a lot, but I don't cry anymore about having to verbalize and say my daughter died or I've lost a child. And it's still just hard to roll off the tongue the words, I lost a child, my daughter, or my son died, my baby died. You know, those words, it just stings so bad, guys. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like I just need to get that off my chest. I didn't have a lot to talk about. I just want to talk about being there for your spouse and not doing things to hurt your spouse, and trying your best to come through for them in this time of need, and truly understanding like what you do after the loss can either hurt or help. And you gotta try to stay focused on helping versus hurting. because sometimes you don't know how to grieve, and you do things to cope, and you do things to manage the pain, and it could hurt the other partner and at the same time. So yeah, I don't want to make this video long. It's already too long. So I'll just talk to you guys later. Bye.